Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about the Nikocado avocado situation with Stephanie Sue yet again. This is literally my third video on the situation. However, I just wanted to say that I am going to talk about whatever I want to talk about on this channel. If I want to talk about a situation like 8,000 times, then that's what I'm going to do. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to watch it. That is totally obviously your prerogative. You want to watch this video and you want to listen to what I have to say about it, great. If you don't, fine. I'm not going to be hurt by it either, because to be completely honest, sometimes I get annoyed by situations that people talk about a lot. However, a lot of stuff has come out, and I just kind of wanted to make a follow-up video about the video that Stephanie Sue made in reply to the Nikocado avocado reply. She provided to me a lot of insight that I kind of already concluded from the Nikocado avocado situation without having to see her video. And so, yeah, I just kind of want to talk about that. But before I do get into this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of this entire situation. And please do subscribe to my channel. So let's just go ahead and get into this whole situation. So if you don't know what happened, you should actually, I would just suggest that you go watch my other videos on the situation and also go watch their videos. If I'm going to be completely honest, I kind of think that everyone who's watching these videos that I've made on the whole situation, or at least this third video that I'm making on the situation, you've probably already seen everything that's happening and you kind of just want to see what people have to say about it. I do that a lot. I watch a lot of commentary because I already know about the situation, so I don't really watch it to get like context. I more so watch it to see what people have to say about what has come out. So if you want to go see those, I'm going to try to remember to link those videos in the description down below, so you can watch those videos before you watch this one for much more context. But Stephanie Sue made a video in response to Nikocado Avocado's video, and I didn't think that she would do this. I didn't think that she would come out with as many receipts as she did, and I thought that I don't know, I just didn't think that she would do it. But after Zach, who was also collabing with them, came out with the receipts, I was like, okay, so he's like everyone's kind of ready to go to war with Nikocado Avocado. Like, I think after his response video is when everyone was like, okay, Nikocado, now we really need to pull out the big guns and pull out the receipts. And she did. She pulled out a lot of receipts refuting a lot of things that he said. And she said a lot of things that I already actually concluded after watching his video myself. So there were a lot of things that a lot of points that she brought up that I had already thought up while I was watching his video. And I was just thinking, that doesn't make sense, because this could be an obvious explanation for that, or this could be an obvious explanation for that, this, that, and the fourth. So I felt like because of that, it was truthful. Like, what she was saying was truthful, because those were like logical conclusions. Like, she didn't come up with any crazy explanation for why certain things happened that Nikocado Avocado pointed out. Like the taking pictures of the house. You know, she didn't come out with like crazy explanations for why he had a picture of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that she didn't come up with something outlandish. I felt like he came up with more things that were more outlandish than she did. And she also, again, said a lot of points that everyone was already thinking. Like when Nikocado Avocado mentioned Veronica Wang and like the whole documentary that Stephanie Sue wanted to do, she had a quick rebuttal for that, and a rebuttal that made sense. She said, there's a difference between talking with someone and posting it on the internet than talking about someone and posting it on the internet. And that's what I said in my video. If you watch my video, you'd know that I said the exact same thing. It's obvious. She wanted to talk with Veronica Wang about the situation. She didn't want to talk about her on camera, and so it was obvious that Nikocado Avocado didn't understand that concept. Either he didn't understand it or he didn't care, and he just wanted to get the tea out. So with that being said, I'm actually just going to show you what Zach had to say about the situation, and then I'll get into everything that Stephanie said and how they kind of correlate, and just my thoughts about the whole situation. Also, pause to read all of the receipts. I'm just going to kind of just show them, so you can just pause to read them. So, I'm not really going to go through everything that Stephanie said in her video like I did with the Nikocado avocado video. Just because, first of all, when I was watching the video, I was jogging, so I couldn't like write down notes, and I didn't want to watch it again, but I just wanted to listen to it. And I kind of don't feel like I need to go through every point. I feel like if you want to know every single detail about the situation, you should watch her video. Like, if you really want to know, just watch her video. I don't feel like I owe like those receipts. I'm sorry if you feel that way, but a lot of people have been coming at me like, you need to provide receipts, you need to be like a drama channel. Again, I'm not a drama channel, I'm a commentary channel. So I'm just going to talk about the points that I felt were important, and the overall message and kind of what I got from her video and kind of what I'm gathering from the situation. So this is what I'm gathering from the whole situation. It seems like Stephanie Sue had reason to be afraid of Nikocado Avocado, especially from what Zach Choi posted when he posted the thing where it said, "I'm going to expose her." And that's what Nikocado Avocado said. And then in Stephanie Sue's latest video, where she talked about Nikocado Avocado talking about how he was going to expose the Tinder date person that he went on a Tinder date with, like, all of this is a repeated cycle of behavior. And you can see it with him doing it with Trisha Paytas. Like, he exposed Trisha Paytas, and he's going to expose this person and expose that person. He is obsessed with that drama. I think it has to do with a lot with the fact that drama channels get a lot of traction on YouTube now. They're very big. Exposing people is a very big trend that has gotten people careers. And so he's thinking, okay, mukbangs are cute, but let me expose people. Let me get the clicks, the views, the AdSense, whatever. And so he thought, as soon as someone does me wrong, I'm going to go on the internet and I'm going to share it with the world. Stephanie Sue brought that up in a video. I forget which one, but I definitely agreed with that. It seems like he just wants to run to the internet every time that he has a disagreement with someone, and so she felt like that was scary. However, I don't know if I would say that it's necessarily warranted to use the huge words that she was using. Now, looking through this entire situation and really seeing exactly what happened from both sides, you can kind of now piece together the truth. I don't feel like he's scary. I feel like he's manipulative for sure, but he's not. I don't feel like he's necessarily scary, but I understand where she's coming from, where she's like, I don't want to get exposed and this and that and the third. But at the end of the day, like, what are you really afraid of getting exposed for? That's the thing that is kind of like, was she afraid of getting exposed for talking about Veronica? Well, if you don't want to like get exposed for talking about Veronica, really you shouldn't talk about Veronica. You get what I'm saying? Like, it really boils down to like, you just made, and I can't even say that it's bad judgment, because at the end of the day, she didn't know that he's this type of person. But like, it boils down to, you made a bad friend choice, and now you see that he's obsessed with exposing people, obsessed with dramas, obsessed with having tea, obsessed with having controversy looming around him, because that Trisha Paytas controversy was so intoxicating that as soon as something even remotely like inconvenient happened, he's ready to expose people. And that's what I got from that situation. And I think that Stephanie Sue, I think one thing that I would critique her on is just how dramatic to me it all is. Now looking back on it, I think I said, like, she has right to be scared of him in one of my videos. But now, just kind of thinking about it more, now seeing it from all of these perspectives, I wouldn't use that word. I think all of these words being thrown around are so big. And I do still kind of agree with the fact that when Nikocado Avocado said, listen, you're using these words and you're using that footage to make it seem like I abused you physically. And that's where I'm like, yeah, because these words and everything that she's just kind of putting into it, it's just over dramatizing what actually happened in this situation. I'm fully aware that the taking pictures in her house thing was definitely strange, and she went into detail a lot about the taking pictures in her house thing. So if you really want to know about that, again, I would suggest to just watch her video on the entire situation. How and she was just talking about how like that's creepy and just everything like that. But at the end of the day, I think that she was assuming much more than I think he would have done or what he was capable of doing. I think that Nikocado Avocado is just like, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna dox you? Like, and that's still bad? Actually, no, that is bad. I will say that that's really bad if he like doxed her, like if he meant exposing, like doxing. But I don't really truly believe that he would do that because she could just dox him. So I don't know. I just don't know exactly what she was afraid of other than being exposed for like talking about Veronica, which already happened. I mean, it's already happened. Like we already know what you said about Veronica. Like we already know kind of what you were planning with the whole Veronica thing, which was, I mean, I don't know if it was like super shady. The way that she presented it to Nikocado Avocado and Zach Choi, it seemed shady the way that she was wording it versus the way that she came to Veronica with it. However, like what else is he going to expose you for? If he exposed like her assault story, that's another, like that's definitely something that is disgusting. But I don't know. Cuz she's talked about it on her channel. So you can't really expose that because like people know about it. It's not like people don't know about that situation. I mean, her whole audience didn't know because she stopped talking about it, but people did know. So I'm confused as to exactly what she was scared of other than just him exposing her. And so I feel like all of this is like a super big reaction for something that to me wasn't as big as she's making it out to be. I People might disagree with me. It is what it is, but I just don't feel like it was that big of a deal. I think that her situation with Nick boiled down to this is what I believe happened. This is kind of what I've gathered. She became friends with Nick out of controversy. She didn't really trust him. She took some time to trust him. They had a common kind of enemy, which who was Veronica. So she was comfortable talking about her. She was comfortable coming to him with a plan to do a documentary with Veronica, but it ended up not going through because Veronica shut it down. It didn't have anything to do with Nick shutting it down, or at least that's what she says. He says differently, but that's a he said, she said thing. And then he comes to LA. They decide to finally collab. He keeps pressing her about talking about Veronica. She doesn't want to talk about Veronica without her there, which makes perfect sense because she was talking about doing the documentary with her there. So it makes perfect sense that she wouldn't want to talk about her. She would just want to mention, yeah, we became friends out of controversy, but we're friends because we like each other and it doesn't have anything to do with controversy, and that's just a weird thing. That's how we became friends, but that's how we became friends. And she just wanted to say that and be done with it, but Nick kept pressing her about it. She became uncomfortable. She then goes and checks her security footage after she showed him her home, and she saw that he was taking pictures in her home. So she just became really paranoid, and she was really upset about the whole situation. She was uncomfortable. She started to have panic attacks because of everything that Nick was doing. She told him that she was gonna just cancel their last collab. He got upset. He took to Instagram and said that he was going to expose her. He started to make jokes about her, and she was trying to apologize. And this whole time, Zach is saying, I want to be out of this. And now we're here. And then she brought up the fact that, like, he had this date and he was talking about, like, he was disparaging the Me Too movement. That's what I'm getting from this whole situation. And to be honest, the situation is played out and kind of very, very, very dumb. I'm going to be completely honest. Other than like the taking pictures in the house thing, because again, I think that's a little strange, especially because he did it behind her back. I also think that Stephanie is more right in the situation. I will say that. I do believe that in the situation, Stephanie did kind of slip up with just, I guess, how she went about the situation. Especially, she didn't communicate to me very well. Like, not to me, but to me, she didn't communicate very well to Nick about exactly how she felt. And maybe that's again because he made her feel that uncomfortable to where she felt like she couldn't communicate with him. But at the same time, like, Stephanie, you're a grown woman. And I think this might be a learning lesson, just a learning experience for her to understand, like, I need to be able to communicate better. But at the end of the day, I do feel like Nikocado Avocado was the most wrong in the situation. I feel like him, just pressing her about talking about Veronica wasn't right, because at the end of the day, if someone doesn't want to talk about someone, especially on camera as a YouTuber, then you really do need to respect that. He claims that he didn't, but again, he's not releasing the footage of like what Stephanie Sue is talking about. So I do believe her, because he just hasn't released that footage. If he releases that footage and it shows that she's lying, then I take everything back. But it doesn't seem like she's lying just because of his reaction to what she said. Um, but I do believe that Nikocado Avocado was mostly wrong. He shouldn't have, you know, bombarded her with questions about Veronica. He should have just left it as she doesn't want to be in tea and be in drama. Just let it be. Him taking pictures of her home without her was definitely strange. I would love to know exactly why he was doing that, because to me, again, it was like very strange, especially when she pointed out that he like took a picture where only the security camera was like front and center, and like he like didn't blur out the security camera footage, so you kind of see like the front of her house and things like that, which I do agree that was messed up. So I agree with her on that. I do think that he was very wrong for taking to social media and saying that he was going to expose her, and the whole in and out of sleep thing as a joke was very wrong in my opinion, especially to the people that he was doing the joke with, because it made it seem like they hated her when they really didn't even know the full situation, and so he manipulated his friends, which is very, very wrong. Him, in his video about her, he was just like showing all of these people that like hate her, but they didn't even give him consent to like show those messages. So he's just like exposing so many people in this. Like, he's just exposing everyone. And he's like, look, see, Stephanie, nobody likes you. And they're like, wait, actually, we do like her. We didn't even want you to actually say that. Like, people say things in the past, just randomly. Sometimes you say things about someone, then you get to know them and you're like, oh, wait, that was wrong. Like, I shouldn't have said that. But like, you don't want that to come out because you don't want to hurt this person, because you have a newfound love and a newfound respect for them. And so I don't think that Zach understood that, maybe, or maybe he just wanted to be a jerk. I don't know. But that was very wrong to me. Like, that was very wrong on his part to expose what people were saying about Stephanie Sue. It was just like mean person bullying type stuff to me, because it had nothing really to do with the situation. Like, just because they think that she's a bad person doesn't mean that you're still not wrong in the situation. So like, you can still do wrong towards a bad person or towards someone that someone else doesn't like. So I feel like in this whole situation, it's been blown out of proportion. Big words are being tossed around that I don't feel like should be tossed around. Now looking at the situation and talking about it more and seeing what you guys have said in the comments, there are a lot of valid points, and I just feel like in the situation, in my opinion, Stephanie Sue is more right. But I just feel like she's a little bit overreacting with, especially the word choice that she's using is just kind of dramatic. But I do believe that Nikocado Avocado, at the end of the day, he is just obsessed with drama, and he just wanted to find a way to get clicks and views, and so he decided a collab with Stephanie Sue where we talk about Veronica Wang would be perfect. That's what it boils down to. Literally, that's it. And Zach being on Stephanie's side in the situation when he was the only other person who was there, to me, again, confirms that Stephanie is more right in the situation. But they both did things that I believe are wrong. But yeah, that's just what I feel about the situation so far. And yeah, those are my thoughts. So yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I know that I didn't hit every point that Stephanie talked about, but like I said, I just wanted to kind of do an overall overview of what I believe of the situation thus far, because of like Stephanie's video. If Nikocado Avocado makes another video, depending on what he says, I'll probably make another video about the situation. Like I said, I just kind of want to make videos about what I want to talk about. Nobody in my life knows about any of this going on, so it's fun to just talk about it in my car alone, because I usually I record these in my car. But I like talking about these situations, and you know, I'm into this kind of stuff. So this is kind of just my outlet to talk about it. So I'm just glad that you guys are willing to listen to me. Whoever is watching this, thank you for listening to me. If you did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of the entire situation. Let me know what you think. Like, whose side are you on? Are you on any side at all? Please, please, please leave the biased comments at the door. Listen, this is an opinion channel, okay? I just say my opinions. I'm not CNN. If you're gonna yell about someone being biased, yell at like CNN or Fox or something. No one's paying me, so leave me alone. Um, but go ahead and comment down below what you think of this entire situation, and please do subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye!